So we are all living in Kali Yuga. Our Sanatana Dharma shows us various paths, various ways to attain Bhagavan. And as followers of Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma, however you call it, we all follow what is prescribed in Vedas, right? But Vedas is huge. It shows us various paths. Only when we understand all the paths described in Vedas correctly and the limitations, we'll be able to tell what is best suited for us, right? Today we are going to cover one particular verse. So just to give you all a gist of what we learned so far, for those who are here for the first time, our Swamiji beautifully explains how logically we can understand there is someone above us, there is something beyond us, a supreme power above us that controls everything that's happening in this universe. And then he comes step by step and shows us, okay, if we are understanding that there is someone who is above us, then we need to follow the path that is shown in the Vedas, which is always the absolute truth, which is existing at all times, that shows us, okay, what is prescribed for humanity in this Vedas, which is the basis of Sanatana Dharma. And in Vedas, there are several paths, like I said before. And one of the paths that is described in Vedas is the path by doing yagas and yajnas, fire sacrifices. To follow the path of yagas and yajnas, one of the basic prerequisite is achara, rules that you need to follow to even perform the fire sacrifices. If you think that you want to feed some food to a fish, can we take the fish out and can we feed the fish? No. You have to drop the food in the water, right? So only when you drop the food in the water, then the fish can accept the food. Similarly, when you do fire sacrifices, only when you do that fire sacrifice with achara, then the devatas can accept your offering and bless you. Otherwise, it is not going to yield you any results. So that path is perfect for people who can follow those rules, which is difficult for most of us. And next comes the path of Raja Yoga. If you have to attain Bhagavan and realize Bhagavan through the path of Raja Yoga, then you might have extreme sense control. That is the prerequisite. Not just one sense, all the 5 sense control. Which means you have to use your eyes, you have to hear, you have to use your ears, you have to use your tongue, all the 5 senses in the way it is supposed to be used. You can't go to Facebook or WhatsApp, hear anything, or you have to follow a life that is prescribed in the path of Raja Yoga to attain Bhagavan through that path. And then the next path is the path where you do puja. But that path will work, but there is a caveat to that. So when you do pujas and all the other rituals that is prescribed in the Vedas, many times what we do is we forget the primary purpose of why these rituals are present or prescribed in Vedas, and just follow it like a ritual without even understanding why we are doing what we are doing, without even understanding the big picture, without even understanding the goal, without even understanding why am I doing this. If you don't ask that question and understand that, then you won't get the value out of it. The best example that is always given is fasting for Ekadashi. So generally we all know, everybody, many people who are serious about spirituality fast for Ekadashi. But we need to understand that is the supporting dharma. The primary dharma of Ekadashi fasting is to think about Bhagavan, to chant Nama, to do Bhagavatam, to do Ramayan, to do Puja. That is the primary dharma. And fasting is supporting dharma. But if you just fast, let's say I'm not going to eat anything all day, but what am I going to do? I'm going to watch 3 movies to keep me busy all day. Then you're defeating the purpose of Ekadashi Vrata, right? So the primary purpose is Bhagavat Smarana and the supporting Dharma to facilitate that primary purpose of Ekadashi Vrata is fasting. So the other term that fasting many of us use in Hindi or in Tamil is upavasam or upavas, right? So upavas itself is, upa means close, vasam means resides. What does that upavasam mean? The upavasam will bring you closer to Bhagavan. So that is the goal of Ekadashi Upavas. And then that's just an example. Another example that is quoted by Sri Ramanujanji is cleaning the vessels. Why do we clean the vessels? So we clean it when we prepare, when the vessels get cleaned. But the primary purpose is next time when we use that vessel, the food has to be clean. If you half clean and keep it, then what might happen is next time you use the same vessel to cook, you might get some bacterial infection or something like that. So the goal of cleaning is the cleanliness, but you can't keep on cleaning the vessels forever, right? So we need to understand the goal of what we are doing. And also another example is generally when we do Graha Pravesham, it is said we bring in a cow first to the new house, and then we buy a new car, we take the car to temple. All of these sampradayas, all the rituals are in place because when we follow these rituals, we come closer to Bhagavan. That is the goal. But it is never said in anywhere in the scriptures, if you don't do Graha Pravesham, you can't open the house. These sampradayas are there to help us, bring us closer to Bhagavan. But if we don't understand that and lose the essence of the sampradaya and the rituals, then we are not achieving the purpose of what it is supposed to give us. So that is the verse that we are covering today. And I shared the meaning before sharing the verse itself. Let us go through the verse actually. Sadangum sampradayamum. Can everybody repeat? Sadangum sampradayamum sadanaikku angamam. Sadanaikku angamam. Angamadhigamanal undi para. Angamadhigamanal undi para. Sadane veenagum undi para. Sadane veenagum undi para. Very nice. Let us all recite this together 2 times and then we'll conclude. Sadangum sampradayamum sadanaikku angamam. Angamadhigamanal